All right, thank you guys. Welcome to our NHL video here today for Wednesday, March 31st. My name is Brock Page, and I do sports picks for free right here on YouTube. And if you really end up enjoying, this video here today, please feel free to give it a thumbs up by smashing that like button. And if you're new here and you haven't already hit that subscribe button, please feel free to do that right now as well. I'd greatly appreciate it. And with that, guys, we're going to go ahead and take a look at our first game. I'm talking about the Flyers taking on the Sabres, 7:30 p.m. Eastern start time in Buffalo. The Philadelphia Flyers are the $2 favorite on the road here. Total 6 juice to the under. Now the Sabres are plus $1.70 for an upset win at home. And they're minus $1.50 catching the goal and a half on the puck line. Looks like Linus Ullmark's healthy again. He's the projected starter in net for the Sabres. And it looks like Brian Elliott is going to be the expected netminder here for Philadelphia. Now, guys, real quick, we went 4-1 in our 5 premium sports picks on my Patreon website yesterday. And that's going to improve our record to 4-0 at our last 4 daily best play tier package picks on that Patreon page. And if you want to access today's daily best play, it's only going to cost you just $1.99. We're also currently 10-1 in our last 11 extra daily pick tier package plays on that Patreon page as well. And access to today's extra daily pick is just $2.99. And if you want to join the 1,475 members who are currently signed up and active on that Patreon page, link for that site is in the description section below. Once again, that's patreon.com/Brock Page. Now, the Flyers are on a 2-game winning streak, 9-6-1 in their road games this year. Philadelphia's in the top 5 in road scoring, and they're led by Joe Farabee, who's got 13 goals on the season. Now, James Van Riemsdyk also has 13 goals this season himself, 31 total points for JVR. They're taking on an historically bad Sabres team who looks to make history tonight with their 19th straight loss. If they lose tonight, they're going to tie the NHL record for consecutive losses. Now, the Sabres have been victorious in only 2 of 16 home games. And they're dead last in the league in scoring on average per contest. The Sabres are averaging just 1.6 goals a game at the KeyBank Center. Now, total-wise, Buffalo is 10-6 to the under on their home ice. 4 out of their last 7 outings stayed under the total of 6 goals. I'm going to lean toward the Philadelphia Flyers minus 1.5 and the under 6 goals. Next matchup, it is going to be Leafs versus the Jets, 7:30 p.m. Eastern puck drop. The Toronto Maple Leafs are minus $1.35, total 6 flat. Jack Campbell in net for the Leafs, Connor Hellebuyck for Winnipeg. Now, Winnipeg's in the bottom 10 in the league in defensive shots on goal. The Jets are allowing nearly 32 shots on net a game. They're squaring off against a Toronto squad who's 10-4-1 on the road, and they rank in the top 3 in the league in road scoring. Austin Matthews has 23 goals on the season, 17 assists, 40 total points. Matthews is currently a plus 12 as well. Meanwhile, Mitch Marner has 13 goals and 31 big assists on the season himself. Marner's a plus 16 when he's on the ice as well. Now, defensively, the Leafs allowed just 2.6 goals per contest when traveling. When it comes to the total in this one, Toronto saw 6 out of their last 10 meetings with Winnipeg get over the posted total. Meanwhile, the Jets are 10-6 to the over on their home ice themselves. I'm going to lean toward the Toronto Maple Leafs minus $1.35 and the over 6 goals. All right, next matchup, it is going to be Coyotes versus the Avalanche, 9:30 p.m. Eastern start time. The Colorado Avalanche are minus 330, totals 5.5. Phil Grubauer for Colorado, Aiden Hill for Arizona. Now, the Coyotes won 6. Let's try that again. The Coyotes, they've been victorious in just 6 of 14 on the road this season. They're last in the league in offensive shots on goal, bottom 10 in scoring. The Coyotes scored just 2.3 goals per contest away from their home ice. They're taking on a Colorado team who won 8 out of their last 10 themselves. And they currently lead the NHL in offensive shots on goal. Mikko Rantanen has 20 goals and 20 assists on the season, plus 15 when he's on a shift. Nate McKinnon also leads the club in assists with 28 of them, 38 total points, and a plus 17 as well. The Avalanche are in the top 3 in scoring, and they're 14-4-2 at the Ball Arena. Now, total-wise, 7 out of Colorado's last 8 got over the total of 5.5 goals. Arizona saw 4 out of their last 5 get over that number themselves. I'm going to lean toward the Colorado Avalanche minus 1.5 and the over 5.5 goals. Next matchup, it is going to be Kings versus the Golden Knights, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Vegas Golden Knights are minus $2, totals 5.5 flat. Robin Lehner for the Knights, Cal Peterson for the Kings. LA's currently on a 3-game losing streak, just 3-7 straight up in their last 10. The Kings have been victorious in only 7 of 19 road games, and they're in the bottom 10 in defensive shots on goal. Cal Peterson's gotten the W in just 6 of 13 starts. They're taking on a Vegas club who's a staggering 14-2-1 at home, and they rank in the top 3 in goals allowed. Now, a healthy Robin Lehner looks like he's getting a start here tonight. 6-1 through 7 starts on this season, 236 goals against average, 906 save percentage. Vegas allows just 2.1 goals per contest at the T-Mobile Arena. Now, total-wise, Vegas is 11-6 to the over on their home ice, 7-3 to the over in their last 10 meetings with LA. I'm going to lean toward the Vegas Golden Knights minus 1.5 and the over 5.5. All right, next matchup. It is going to be Wild versus the Sharks, 10:30 East. The Minnesota Wild are minus $1.55. Number 6, Kaapo Kähkönen for Minnesota, Martin Jones for San Jose. Jones is 11-7 through 18 starts. Sharks are winners of 3 out of their last 5. They're taking on a Minnesota squad who's won 8 of 17 road games, and they rank in the bottom 10 in offensive shots on goal. Meanwhile, defensively, the Wild also ranks in the bottom 10 in defensive shots on goal on the road. Now, out of the Wild's 17 road games this season, they've successfully cashed in on the puck line in just 41% of those contests. Now, total-wise, Minnesota's 12-5 to the over when they travel, 8-1 to the over in their last 9 outings in San Jose. Give me the San Jose Sharks plus $1.35 and the over 6 goals. And with that, guys, we're going to dive into our next and final matchup for the show. It is going to be Flames versus the Canucks, 10:30 p.m. Eastern start time. The Calgary Flames are minus $1.20, totals 5.5. Jake Markstrom for Calgary, Thatcher Demko for Vancouver. Demko comes into this contest with a .277 goals against average and a .917 save percentage. And despite a little bit of a rough patch here, Vancouver's still been victorious in 6 out of their last 10. Now they're taking on a Calgary team who's just 1-5 straight up in their last 6. The Flames have been victorious in only 7 of 20 road games, and they cashed in on the puck line in just 35% of those contests. Now the Flames average just 2.1 goals per game on the road. And when it comes to the total in this one, Calgary's 13-7 to the under when traveling, 5-4 to the under in their last 9 with Vancouver. Meanwhile, the Canucks are 60% to the under on their home ice themselves. I'm going to lean toward the underdog Vancouver Canucks plus $1 and the under 5.5. And with that, guys, we're going to dive into our quick pick recap, powered to you by my Patreon website. I like the Philadelphia Flyers minus 1.5 under 6. Toronto minus $1.35 over 6. Colorado minus 1.5 over 5.5. Vegas Golden Knights minus 1.5 over 5.5 goals. San Jose plus $1.35 over 6. And before I give you my next and final free pick for the video, one final reminder that we are 4-0 in our last 4 $1.99 daily best plays on my Patreon website. We're also 10-1 in our last 11 extra daily pick tier package plays on that Patreon page as well. I'm going to lean toward the Vancouver Canucks plus $1 and the under 5.5. And with that, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on Patreon. Real quick, if you guys decide to get a package here today on my Patreon site, just keep in mind Patreon bills you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. So just keep that in mind. If you sign up today, you're going to get double dipped. So you may want to wait until tomorrow just to give you a heads up. Patreon bills you the day you sign up, and then the first of every month following that. So you're going to get billed today, and then again on April 1st. So you may want to wait until tomorrow. But most importantly, guys, got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, guys, happy Wednesday to you. Happy hump day to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.